Hey guys, welcome back to Reg Reads. Today we have a story about a McD's cashier not understanding E.M.'s story. Let's get into it. Entitled Mom Freaks Out Over Me Not Understanding Her Order. This happened today while I was at work. I work at McDonald's, off to a great start, and I was working drive-thru at the time this happened. Now when working drive-thru in the back you kind of have to multitask. Problem is I can't hear the order while someone is snapping at me about how I'm not multitasking enough, and I ended up misunderstanding this entitled bitch's order. She ordered a cheeseburger Happy Meal and though she said no mustard and no pickles. I read it back to her and next thing I know I'm getting yelled at for saying no pickle instead of no onion. She was screaming at me like I had killed her kid or damaged her car. So under my breath I say, "Dude, chill out." Was it right? No. I should have shut up. Problem is I have trauma from being yelled at and she was bringing back abusive ex flashbacks hardcore. She heard me and freaked out even more. She complained at the window when she picked up her food because being told to chill out is in the Karen book of things I need to call the manager about. Guy at the window took her side too, saying it was actually my fault she was a Karen. She was yelling long before I said anything. I was being nice before she screeched at me. But whatever. That's like a really disrespectful Karen. The first mean the employee is doing his best but Karen needs to be the bitch. I see now why working in retail could be very frustrating at time when you need to deal with these kinds of customers from time to time. Now moving on to our next story. Ek tries to steal my phone and lies about it. So this happened when I was about 14, I was with my mom at Best Buy. We were going to find me some AirPods because I got all A's on my report card. Then the soon-to-be Ek walked in with them. He looked like he was 9-ish. When my mom was talking with an employee about where to find the AirPods, I was walking around the store awkwardly like the weird kid I was. Soon after, the kid walked up to me and attempted to snag my phone out of my back pocket. So I turn around and look at him. He looked scared AF, so he goes to his mom and says, "Mommy, that boy over there took my phone." The mom walked over to me and did the classic Karen introduction. "Excuse me, young man, why are you stealing my son's phone?" "I'm sorry, but this is my phone." I say. "Give that phone to my son right now." I tell my mom what's happening, because she went to go get the AirPods. And she goes to an employee, but the M shows up and says I took the son's phone. The employee checks the cameras because they have never met us before or the M and Ek. So she sees the kid coming up to me and snagging my phone before I turned around. So then the M is flustered like she saw a ghost. They get kicked out for a month, and my mom got a $25 gift card. I have no comment. I think we have time for one more story. Can we get a tour of your truck? No. Okay, we'll just break in. This happened on Monday. I drive a concrete mixer. For those who have not read previous posts, I get a fair amount of private work and deal with a fair amount of entitled customers. This was not at a job site but in a Walmart parking lot during my allotted lunch break. It was just past my 10 hours and I called in for a 30 minutes break. I parked in the far reaches of the Walmart parking lot and well out of the way of any other vehicles. As I was getting out and locking up my truck with a spare key, concrete mixers can be shut off while any amount of concrete is left inside. A woman, M, with short blonde hair approached me with a young girl, maybe 4 or 5. M asked me nicely if I could give her daughter a tour of my truck. She loved the noises it made, as all kids love loud noises. I kinda gave her and NK a 5-minute tour around the truck, explaining what happens when I'd unload and what the truck can do. A few bells and whistles to her. One of my favorite parts of this job is when kids wave and I can wave back. It's just one of those moments where you know you made a child happy. It's a great feeling. Her daughter said thank you and I was about to head into Walmart to grab a snack when M out of nowhere screeched, "EM, hey! Aren't you going to show her the inside? She needs to see the inside buttons and switches and what they do." No ma'am, she can't get inside the cab of the truck. It's a safety hazard and we're in a pandemic. It's against our company policies to have anyone but a certified employee inside the truck or above 3 feet on any area of the truck. Now 99% of parents fully understand when given the reasoning. The concrete mixer that kids can climb into at truck shows are privately owned and generally for show and tell and not in a work environment. My truck has many bells and whistles that I've added myself to try and make it safer, including extra strobe lights, side and back cameras. I'm also paying the truck off through a company program, so it's my responsibility. You haven't completed the full tour? How is she going to know how it works? Because I just explained this. I'm sorry ma'am, this isn't a display truck. Please excuse me, I'm on my lunch break and need to eat before it ends. Walks away. I did a quick in and out and headed back toward my truck. From afar I could see that there was now an older Suburban or Yukon sitting alongside the truck. I get around to the front to find a man in highlight construction clothing trying to jimmy my door lock. What the duck? Get away from my truck. Corner of my eye has the Yukon with a stick sign that says lock services. Guy, oh, are you the owner? I was told you locked your keys in the truck and was in Walmart looking for someone to help. No, I have a spare in my hand. Who told you that? Just realizing who told him. Was it a tall lady with short blonde hair? Guy, yes it was. She told me about the situation. I could see the keys from the window, so I didn't ask further. I'm very sorry. After explaining, I asked if she was still here and he pointed to a white VW Beetle with eyelashes on it. Of course it had ducking eyelashes. As I walked over to her, she pulled out and took off. I only got 3 numbers on the plate, so it's unlikely I'll be able to make a report. Later on I checked the memory chip from the cameras and tried to open the doors, climb on the steps and even push the window down with her palms. Can't people take no as a final answer and leave it at that? Well guys, that's all we have time for today. I hope you enjoyed the video and I'll see you guys later.